right, guys, we know you like our arms around you, but sometimes we need an armrest. So I'm with Mary from Love Handles. Mary, tell me how you got this started.
Angela, that is our bike back on the poster. In 2003, my husband bought a Fat Boy, which is a big, beautiful Harley Davidson. And he had nice handlebars to hang on to. I had nothing. So I said to him, honey, you got to make me some armrests like we have in the minivan. And that's exactly what he did. These are Love Handles passenger armrests. They are completely detachable. They'll also rotate around so you can use them as a luggage carrier. And they'll detach from your bike when you're riding solo in under a minute. So they're easy on, easy off. And the most important thing, the reason I love them, is they give the person on the back a feeling of comfort and security. And that's what you want when you're on the back of a bike.
Especially when you're on long rides.
When you're on long rides.
Start to get a little numb, you need to adjust.
And when you're bouncing around on those roads in New Mexico, you want something that's going to give you that feeling of comfort.
Now let's talk about some of the styling options that you have.
Yes, we have studs, nice studs. They also come with fringe, and they also come with a red flame. And importantly, we have 3 different widths. A lot of people want to take their kids and their grandkids on the back, so we have a junior size that's about 13 inches. This is the standard size. It's an office chair. And then for our queen size riders who want a little more comfort, there's one that's 22 and a half inches.
Fantastic. How can our viewers get a hold of this product?
You can go online to motorcyclearmrest.com.
I love the Love Handles. Those Love Handles.
Sounds like a good idea.
Now we have 2 very special guests from Southside Harley Davidson. I would like to welcome Kathy Schultz-Teddy and Sherry Long.
Hi.
Welcome, you guys.
Hi, thank you.
Welcome, and first off, I want to thank you guys so much because you've been a part of Steel Horse since day one, and we're 10 years into it now, and it's like a big family now.
Well, yes, it is. It's been a pleasure for us to be a part of the show also.
Well, you know, our fans have really appreciated it because if it wasn't for people like you, we wouldn't be able to put Steel Horse out and show all these great rides and great charities that's going on in central Indiana.
Now, what we were talking about earlier, what's going on with the month of May and women in motorcycling and Harley-Davidson?
Well, Harley's got a big celebration in Milwaukee, the 21st through the 23rd, where they're going to celebrate lady riders. And they've got all kinds of riding events going on past the museum. And we are going to have a ride from our store to Milwaukee with ladies. And guys are welcome also.
What else do you guys have going on in the store for that?
The weekend before, on the 15th, we're actually having a ladies' event where we're going to have a ride around town, have food and entertainment.
Now, being in the selling the motorcycles, I got to ask this question. How many women just come in by themselves and say, I want to start riding, I want to buy a motorcycle? I mean, it's amazing.
Yes, it's more and more these days than what used to be, of course. The ladies want to feel that freedom and express themselves riding their own motorcycle, so it has increased a lot over the last few years.
You know, you've been riding for a lot of years, and you put on a lot of miles every year.
I usually do, yes. I used to ride a little bit more than what I do now, but I was averaging about 10 to 12,000 miles a year at least.
I'd love it. You know, Southside Harley-Davidson, that's one of the great things about it. You're not just in the business to sell motorcycles and parts and clothing. You are actually a part of it, and you're all riders, the whole family, and been for years.
Yes, the family all rides, and most of our employees do too, which I think is a plus for them to be able to work with people, and actually we walk the walk and talk the talk. So.
You guys are heavily involved in the motorcycling community. All the events that you put on and events that you hold at the store are really impressive. Everyone should at least stop by and check those out.
Thank you.
I exceptionally always like the food. You always have great food, especially that Taste of South Fork Road. That's always great. You know, another thing that I want to add, and I think this is important not just to me, but for the viewers and the people that come in the store and have service done and buying parts, the same people are on the other side of that counter and working on your bike year after year after year, which tells me 2 different things. It tells me that you guys are great people to work for, and it tells me you got great employees that want to stay there, and you take good care of them, and us as customers really appreciate that.
Well, thank you. We are very proud to have longevity in our staff also. And I think, again, that is important, and you can create that relationship with the customer, which in our business, that is important.
And to show them all the appreciation, you guys are having a special event going on. Tell us about that.
I'll talk about that. We are having our annual Customer Appreciation Day, June 12th. We have one every year, and we have live music, free food. We have specials, and lots and lots of bikes.
Exciting. Do you guys want to introduce the next segment?
Remember I said I was going to put you to work.
Oh,
now.
that's right. It is time for the Bike of the Week.
All right.
You know how I like old bikes, and this week's Bike of the Week, it's no exception. It belongs to Roger Pittman. Tell me about this bike and how long you've had it.
I got this motorcycle in 1980. It was leaning on the back of a house, doubling as a rain spout through the gas tank, and it was just rotten red and rusty. And I took it apart, and here's what you see.
And what year is this one?
1962 T120 Bonneville.
And how many miles have you put on it since you've got it?
Lots.
Well, I see you all the time. Not that I go to England, but I see you all the time riding this bike.
Yeah, I rode it to a lot of boogies, to a lot of parties in Indiana. I've never really been out of Indiana on it, except maybe to Terre Haute and across the river, but I just like to ride local. There's enough to see local without going a long way away.
You know, it's always good to see you because you rescued us one day on the road. We broke down and you had some tools to fix us. Come by in your pickup truck, and I really appreciate that. But I really appreciate these old bikes, especially these old trunks, man. It's cool.
Thank you.
Take care of it.
I will do. And I'll wipe on it next time. It's a little dirty.
Here's this week's Leidendorf Law trivia question. Large engine displacement version of street motorcycles, especially those built in Japan, are often referred to as what? Muscle bike, hippie bike, or Moniker bike? Don't go away. We'll have the answer when we return.